Hello, hello, and happy Monday night stamping to my very favorite people. I love you guys. Hey, I got Luana and Susan here already. Awesome. Hope you all are having a good last day of September. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? Oh, it is so fall now. It's like you have to wait till October gets here. And now it's fall. Still can be warm in Texas, but we don't usually hit the 90s that's not true. Sometimes we hit the 90s in October, but not usually. Anyways, I hope you two are doing well. And hello, Lisa. I love it. Thank you for joining me tonight. Excellent. So, tonight we are going to go over the paper pumpkin, and I always do this on the last Monday of the month. This was a long month. We had 5 Mondays. Wow. So I'm coming in a little late on the paper pumpkin. Most people have already put theirs together, and there are tons of alternatives out there, but I still like to go ahead and do it for my customers. They like to watch and play along. So if you've got your Stampin' Up! Paper pumpkin and you have not put it together yet, go on and get it and let's put it together. Awesome. I also want to let you know I've got 2 cards that came in the mail. I'm going to share those. And also, we are having a joining special for October. I'm so excited. So, those of you who have not joined Stampin' Up! Yet, first of all, you get this amazing discount. And so, most Stampin' Up! Demonstrators are what we call hobby demonstrators. They just purchase from themselves. They are demonstrators, but they're hobby demonstrators. So, they don't do classes or YouTube channels or anything like that. They just make cards, but enjoy the discount. So if that's something you're interested in, you give me a message and I will send you more info. All right. Okay, we've got more people in the house now. Michelle has now joined us and Rosie. Awesome. Yes, Michelle said this is a beautiful kit. Oh, yeah. It is absolutely gorgeous. Let me switch down. There we go. Okay, so like I said, I got a couple of cards in the mail. Tony, if you are here tonight, I don't see you yet, but thank you. My first birthday card. Look how gorgeous. I love how she took this designer paper, the scene paper, and we've got tons of different kinds of scene papers. This was last year's autumn scene paper. This year's, though, is just as beautiful, but look at that, how she did that. Isn't that the coolest? I love it. Thank you so much. I love all things fall. So pretty. Thank you, Tony. Next one is from Tina. I think that's right. Yeah, Tiffany. I'm sorry, Tiffany. I see T. Berglund on here, and I go T. Is that Tiffany? Yes, Tiffany. Yes. Thank you so much. So Tiffany is. I love this fun way of doing a. It'll come to me. It's a type of paper piecing. Oh, well, I've drawn a blank. I'm not going to worry about it. But anyways, so the paper swap came in and she's just saying thank you for that. Those of you who know that I do a paper share, I've already done the holiday paper share, but we have another catalog coming out in January. So if you like getting the designer paper, but you don't want to buy all the packs because it's kind of expensive that way, I offer a share where you can get just like a quarter of each of the pack or half of each of the pack. So that's what she was thanking me for. So I'm glad you like that, Tiffany. Okay, let's get started. So those of you who don't even know what Paper Pumpkin is, well, it is Stampin' Up's monthly card kit. Most of the time it's a card kit. Sometimes it is a home decor or treat bags or something like that. Very rarely, though. Most of the time it's cards. And it's usually a theme of the holiday or the season. In this case, it's fall for fall. And it goes from the 11th of the month to the 10th of the month. So right now, if you are don't have Paper Pumpkin yet, you would be getting the October Paper Pumpkin, and that is coordinates with Nests of Winter. Okay. And I'll talk about that later, but let's look and see what a paper pumpkin is. First of all, a paper pumpkin is, like I said, a card kit, comes in the mail. And also these card kits are so amazing. For $25 plus tax, you get an ink block, a stamp set, the adhesives, all the pieces you need, the envelopes, the bases, the die cuts, these are glue dots, but if you'd rather, you could use a tape runner instead. They give you glue dots in the kit though, so you don't need a tape runner. They give you everything. It's all these things are already pre-printed and punched. All you have to do is stamp, assemble, and ta-da, you're done. Okay. And you get 9 of them in this kit, 6 regular size and 3 smaller ones. They're gorgeous, high quality, good quality. I can't make my kits this inexpensive. I make card kits for you all once a month, and but they're usually $30 to $40 without a stamp set. Okay, so but they're my own designs, and I do a lot of stuff for you. But and they are awesome. But like I said, this card kit, whew, can't beat it for the money. Okay, so like I said, this month is autumn, and let me show you what we're going to get. We're going to get these 3 pieces, these 3 tiny envelopes. They're 3 by 3, or actually they look like 4 by 4. Hold on. Oh, these are going to be 4 by 4 cards. Usually it's 3 by 3. Okay, then you get the 6 regular size envelopes, 2, 3. Yeah, I knew there were different kinds, and these have printed closures, but they're also printed on the inside. A lot of people will not use these envelopes for envelopes. They'll cut this up and use it for an alternative project and just use regular envelopes. Looks like these are going to go with the 4 by 4s. And then you've got these bases, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then some more die cuts, printed embellishments, ephemera, that's what we're calling it. And then these card bases, whoops, oh, those look awesome. And a lot of people, because it's printed on both sides, they'll just cut that in half and make more than just 1 card. They'll make 2 cards with that. You get the tags. Like I said, you get all this fun stuff, all these leaves, and a piece of tag board. This tag board is thick. It's awesome. So you all who do other kinds of crafts, like you make your own journals or you make your own stuff, these are cool too. Keep that. I have a whole stack of them. Okay. I want to make sure I haven't missed any questions as we get started tonight. I know we're already 7 minutes in. Y'all want me to get started? All right, here we go. Nope, no questions. All right. All right. Well, Kay, go get your paper pumpkin. Let's put it together. Hey, Joyce and Regina. Love having y'all here. Okay. Like I said, next month is going to coordinate with Nests of Winter. And I just wanted to show you that real quick. Nests of Winter in the catalog. So these beautiful birds and this beautiful color scheme. It's what is it? Real red, copper clay, garden green, coastal cabana, crumb cake, and gray granite. Look at these beautiful cards that you can make with this suite. Oh my gosh. There's a few things to know though. Because it's such a popular suite, it is a very popular suite. The gems are low inventory right now. The twine will not be back in until October 14th. And the dies won't be back until October 7th. So very popular suite. But I just want to let you be aware of that. All right. So that's next month's. Okay. We're working on this month's. Okay. When you get your instructions, they don't have any written words. Okay. And so I like going and doing these with you so that so it's easier to understand. First of all, the very back side has the numbers 1, 2, and 3. That's the first card, the second card, the third card. They tell you all the pieces of the kit that you need for this card, including which stamps to use with which tags, what adhesive, all that. So that's what we're first going to do. We're going to divide our kit into 3 piles. Okay. Move this out of the way. I'm going to move this up here so that it's not in the way of the camera and I can see it, but we can make these piles. All right. Oh, and some other things that would be helpful when putting these kits together: a pair of scissors, a bone folder, some tweezers. Like I said, they give you glue dots, but some people like having the tape runner or the liquid glue. Also, what else is helpful? Oh, other stamping blocks. Okay. So this is the block that comes with your first kit. And then you just use this block for all the rest of your kits. But there's no finger grips. Okay. It's a flat and it's kind of sharp, not real sharp, but it's, not smooth. It's not, it'll come to me. Hold on. It's not beveled. Woohoo! I can't believe I remember that. So I'm using our actual acrylic blocks that are in the catalog because they have the finger grips and they come in different sizes. So we have the size D block, the size C block, and the size B block. I don't even know if these are the same letters because we discontinued some, so they may have renamed these blocks. I don't know. But anyways, it's it's not in the picture. There we go. I'm going to take down the host code. By the way, today is the last day, September 30th, for this host code. Tomorrow, there will be a brand new host code for October. So if you're going to put an order in tomorrow, be sure you have the new host code for the October gift. Let me take this off of here. Hold on. There we go. Okay, now we can see the whole desk. All right, where was I? Back to putting this together. Okay, move all this. So I'm putting all the envelopes to the side. We don't need the envelopes. The first kit, you take the 3 pieces that have the holes, the 3 Cajun Craze blanks. Okay, it calls for these 3 laurels or partial wreaths. Sprigs. There we go. These 3 sprigs here. Not any of that. Let me put that to the side. These 3 Cajun Craze leaf sprig things, leaf sprays. The snail, the snail, the tree bark, and the mushroom. All right, where's that? There we go. Okay, the snail, the mushroom, and the tree, the wood circle. There we go. And the tag we're using is the round edged one. Okay, how we doing, everybody? Let me check my comments, make sure I haven't missed any questions. Oh, I know, Patty. Aren't they the most gorgeous colors? I absolutely love this time of year. I am such a fall person. I could live with pumpkins every day. It really is all I can do not to have pumpkin spice all year long and decorate my house in orange leaves. But anyways, and then these, now they give you an extra one, so you can use that on an alternative, or if you accidentally make a mistake. First of all, these you can turn over. Sometimes they have a border printed, but these are not, and you could turn them over. But if you needed one more, they always give you one extra. Okay. Is that it? Oh, the stamp we're using is this sprig and the sending autumn wishes your way. Oh, I like that. Sending autumn wishes your way. Okay, I'm putting my stamps up here. Oopsie. Okay, so this is all for card number 1. And I'm just going to make a little pile here. Go. Ooh, there's lots of pieces to this. It's a little card, but it's got lots of pieces. Okay, love that. That's my first pile. Okay, I'm going to put that over here. My second pile is the card base that has all the pretty leaves. Yeah, and I love it when they print on both sides. Like I said, a lot of people do alternatives, and they'll cut this in half and have 2 different layers and extend their card kit out. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to make it the way it calls for. But if that's something you wanted to do, that's awesome. Okay, this one calls for the circle for the stamped message, this circle right here. So let me get the other ones. Here they are. it calls for the blue leaf and the yellow leaf. All right, so the blue, it looks like Misty Moonlight or Night of Navy. I'm not sure, but it's pretty. And then these wild wheat, little delicate, dainty ones. Okay. And what else does it call for? It also calls for this stamp, but the Thinking of You stamp. Oh, that's a good one. I love Thinking of You because it can be so many different things. It could be thinking of you on your birthday, thinking of you because you don't feel well, thinking of you because I miss you, thinking of you just because, all kinds. So I love, that's a great stamp. Got that. Okay, that's it for this card. That was easy. All right, so bigger card, less things. Put that to the side. And last but not least, we have this way cool. I can't wait to see how this one turns out. This beautiful wood here. Okay. And this one calls for these 3 beautiful leaves. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It also calls for this Cajun Craze strip. Love that. Okay. It also calls for these yellows. Okay. And hold on, let me get these out because you're going to have 3 of these oak leaves on each card. There we go. Da, da, da. Yes, it is, Susan. Susan says, is that gold? It's actually copper foil. Can you see? There you go. Now it's kind of blinging. Yeah, and the leaf is copper foil too. Let me get that out just a sec. Let me finish punching these and I'll show you. There's a leaf that's copper foil. And whoops, come on. They punch out easy, but you still have to punch them out. All right, here are the copper foil. Aren't these pretty? So let me see if I can get that. Oh, yeah, there you go. Cool, huh? Yes, there are 3 of them. Oh, there's a circle there. Oh, that's an extra circle. Remember, they give you 4 of each just in case. And this one has copper foil stitching. So if you turn that over, you wouldn't have the stitching. So you have an extra, and if you mess up, I'll just leave that there with that one for now, since it popped out. Okay, there we go. All that's done. And then last but not least, this is the banner with the dovetail goes to this card. And the with thanks and that branch again comes with this. So this sprig again, and then the with thanks. So these are the stamps that go with this one. So I have all that up there. Got all that laid out. I'm going to put that over here to the side, put this one to the side, and bring this one out. This is our first card. How we doing? Yes, Becky, it is beautiful. Heather's here with us from Australia, Queensland. What time of day is it there, Heather? Because it's almost 8 o'clock here in Texas, 8 in the evening here in Texas. All right, so we're looking for card number 1. So these are the instructions. Whoops, they're upside down. But see how there's no words? It's just arrows. They're pointing to the ink spot. They're putting the ink on the block, and then they're stamping on the piece. Then they're inking up the block and stamping on the piece, okay? And then I'll explain all that in a minute. So first we're going to ink the label, and we're going to ink this piece here. So let's do that first. Let me fold my thing down here. Oh, one more thing you might like to have while you're working is a piercing pad, a nice firm foam pad. Why? Because these are acrylic see-through stamps. There's no give. And so if your surface is not perfectly even, the slightest, even a scratch can cause it not to stamp well. Okay. So you definitely want the foam surface. When you have red rubber stamps, okay, that the foam is included. So you don't need a piercing pad, but in this case, you would want one. I call mine a piercing pad. It's the Stampin' Up! Piercing pad. But like I said, any firm foam type thing that you can get craft foam at craft shops and stuff, you know, the stuff you cut up and make stuff with the kids, you know, that's that foam that works. But a mouse pad would work. All right. If we still use do we still use mice pads? I still use my mouse pad. Okay. Ink. Here we go. So it's Cajun Craze. And now a lot of people like to save these little ink spots, but I actually use them. I take them to my card classes. And what's really neat about them is you can buy the ink refiller. And then, so this will never dry up. You can just keep adding ink. And there you go. Okay, let me cut the other side. There we go. Okay. Oh, and one more thing that helps is taking your fingers and kind of rubbing the stamp before you start. There is some kind of residue on these stamps from the manufacturer. And so a lot of us have found that if you just rub it with your fingers, that's really all you need to do. Now, a little bitty ink spot you'll want to pick up in your hand and ink up. Whoa, that is one juicy ink spot. Okay, hold on. Let me grab some scratch paper. When it's that juicy, you barely need to touch the ink to the stamp. Okay, watch. Yeah, that is just so, it's all just smeared everywhere. Yuck. Way too much ink. Okay, I'm actually going to get my ink cleaner here. Hold on. Clean that up. Okay. Whoops, it's still, woo, it's like down inside the letters. There we go. Still a little bit. Okay, there we go. Whew, watch out. That's a juicy, juicy ink spot. Okay. So very lightly, hardly even touch this thing. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay. And now if you want to test to make sure, much better. Oh yeah. You can actually see it. It's still a little bit, if you press the stamp too far down, it kind of makes it, the letters thick, but they're okay. All right, here we go. Like I said, you get 2 shots, so you can go the front, and if you don't like the way it looks, turn it over. Oh no. Oh, good. Phew. It moved on me. I thought it smeared, but it didn't. Okay. Oh, good, Mallory. I'm glad you caught me too. I love this kit. I hope I can get some refills. You all, the refill. Ooh, you know what? I bet I've already missed the refills. They usually come out on the 23rd of the month. Oh, I should have looked. They sell out fast when it's a good kit. Okay. And it looks good. The only thing is my way on this one is hard to read. It kind of got smeared, but I'm just going to go ahead and say good enough. Good enough. No perfectionism here. All right. Now this, we're going to get this twig thing here, and we're going to stamp in the corner. And like I said, just lightly. You hardly have to even touch that. And then we're just stamping that like that. All right. And then we'll do it again. And Heather says it's 11 in the morning. Oh, that's so cool, Heather. It's actually a decent time of day for you. Awesome. Oh, so it's October where you are. Ha ha. Yes, that's always so cool. You're like, you know, in the future. And you've already get to see anything that that Stampin' Up's got new also. Have you looked at the website yet, Heather, to see if there's anything new? I love the beginning of a new month. We got new products. We got new everything. I think the best thing is the joining special. I'm so excited about that. I hope you all will take advantage of a joining special because being a part of Stampin' Up is so much more than just getting the discount. We are a huge community of demonstrators that love to do stuff together. It's so awesome. All right, back to my instructions, wherever they fell. I had them. Here they are. Now, I'm going to zoom in so you can see this, because this is where it's kind of confusing on the instructions. Do you see these? Let me point to it. See these little gray dots? That means a glue dot, okay? Do you see these hexagon shapes here? That means a dimensional, all right? So that's what they're trying to tell you. And sometimes glue dots are helpful because this little dainty piece would be much easier to put a glue dot on than a tape runner. Okay. So, and same with this one. But this one here, you could probably use a tape runner on. So either way. All right. I'm going to move this out of the way and bring in all the things we're going to put glue dots on. So all these, there we go. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, zoom back out. There we go. All right, move all that over, move all this over. And this is where tweezers come in, very helpful. Okay, trying to get these glue dots on here. So, or a take your pick tool. Any of that will work. All right. And they have it just 1, 2, 3, really simple on this Laurel. Liquid glue would be quick also. Liquid glue would work on this since you're just putting it flat on the card. If it's a glue dot, then it means it's just flat. If it's a dimensional, then you want a dimensional. You want it to pop up. Okay, and then we're putting these 1, 2, 3. All right, that's good. Just fits there. Come on. 2, 3. Hello, Cheryl. Nice to have you. Ah, Susan is from Melbourne. Awesome. We've got our Australian friends with us. I hope I get to go to Australia someday. I actually have a cousin in Melbourne. She's a distant cousin, but we're still friends. We're very distant, actually. We're six remove. Our common ancestor was born in the 1700s. So, but we love it. We're genealogy free. We love genealogy. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So we've got that on there. And then we want the dimensionals. So I'm going to move those up. And it also tells us to do the dimensionals all in this step. So let me get all these here. Okay. Awesome. And it comes with mini dimensionals. Okay. So that's nice. And it looks like we're going to do 3 on each one. All right. Because they're mini. So if you'd rather get your big dimensionals out, you wouldn't need as many. But okay. 2 and 3. Oh, you know what? Actually, these go on the side. It doesn't really matter though. And down here. Whew. It's a lot of dimensionals. Like I say, and some of y'all like to just do the one card and then save all the rest of it to do alternatives, which is a lot of fun too. But I just love having these cards. I'm always needing cards to send out. So this is helpful for me. So I think that this month I'll have some thinking of you cards. And what else do we have? Autumn wishes cards. I may make a card almost every day, but I still don't have enough. It's like, how do you not have enough? Okay, here we go. I'm talking to myself now. Tiffany. Hey, Tiffany. Thank you. Oh, she's from New Mexico. Tiffany, I shared your card earlier if you saw that. Love it. I love y'all telling each other where you're from. Hello, Tina. Yes. She loves her paper pumpkin, but this autumn kit is The awesome, yes. And those of you who missed it, a lot of people go, "Oh, do you have any extras?" Well, I don't have any extras, but there are demonstrators out there that will order multiple boxes and then sell them on eBay and Etsy or at their craft fairs. So if you just type in the name of the paper pumpkin and hit shopping on Google, you might be able to find one if you missed out on this one. Okay, let's see what we're doing. Okay, see this, I'm telling you, this is confusing. All right, I'm seeing where I did all this. All right. Oh, I didn't put the glue dots. I need to do the four corners here for the glue dots. But before I do that, let me go ahead and finish here. It's like, okay, what? Well, because it's flat, I know that's not diminished. It must be, so I'm just using my brain here and I'm thinking, well, it must look like that. Okay, well, it would come down this way. Okay, so it must look like that. And theirs is actually higher in the center. Okay, I may re-stamp that because I'm not getting any of the, yeah, theirs is up more like that. So I think I might restamp because you're not going to see that when I put the snail and the wood and the mushroom on there. All that's going to get covered up. So I'm going to come up here and put some more of this branch. All right. So I think this is what they're telling me to do. I hope. Like I said, let me go back and move all that out of the way real quick and restamp these. What did I put? Okay. There it is. Sometimes it's helpful to do just one and then you don't have to make the corrections on all of them. All right. So, and I think it'll look just fine overlapping. See? Yeah. I think that looks just fine. Since it is nature, you know, and trees, foliage, you know, you can have more than one branch sticking out. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. So now I've got those. Now I need to put the glue dots. Let me first cover my ink spot so I don't get ink anywhere. So that's so juicy. All right. And actually, I'm just going to use my tape runner to be faster. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then that just goes on top like that. Oh, be careful. Maybe it'd be easier if I did it this way. Oh, yeah, that's much easier. Okay, they give you about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Okay, just make sure your stamp is showing in the circle when you do that. Okay, so this one and this one. Matter of fact, this would even be faster. Look at that. Now I know what they're doing. Okay. Like I said, make sure that's going the correct way. There we go. And like that. Perfect. Okay, now I've got those 3 done. The next thing are the laurels. So let's get this here. And we're going to be putting this around the circle right there. Okay. So that's pretty easy. Just take these backs off. There we go. And just kind of line that up so it's kind of on the edge there. Perfect. Okay. Trying to go quickly because I don't like these. The idea of a paper pumpkin is also so you can have cards quickly. You know, sometimes if you create your own card, it can take hours because, you know, you're thinking, oh, do you like this? Do you like that? Where the kit, everything's all right. You just follow the directions and you are done. Okay. Where's Mother Laurel? There it is. There we go. You know, it's funny. The wild wheat, when it first came out, people were like going, oh, that's the ugliest yellow. And they even made some bad names for it. But now that it's autumn, we're all going, oh, I love it. I love wild wheat. It's so pretty. Isn't that the way it goes? Okay, the next thing is the sentiment. And the sentiment, oh, you know what? I didn't put any adhesive. Did it call for? It calls for just tape, glue dots. So I'm just going to quickly put the tape on there. There we go. There we go. Sure it's right. And it's kind of up at the top. All right. So yeah. So like that. There we go. And this last one. Okay. And I'm trying to watch the edge and the edge there so it's straight. Because with all these circles, it's kind of wonky. I can't, like, I think I got that one kind of crooked. I did, but oh well. Okay, next. Now we're going to put on all the rest of the elements. Now, look at this. The first two, the wood and then the leaves here, and finally the snail and the mushroom. Okay, because the now the wood piece is on dimensionals, but this spray here, this is with just glue dots. Okay, but then these two are on dimensionals, so we want to go in order, that way it layers correctly. So let's take the dimensional here, the piece of wood, and it just barely touches. Oh, wow. We're going to cover up this whole part of the laurel. Oh, well. Oh, well. That's okay. And then this piece. And it's okay that this doesn't lay flat. It's actually going to go up onto the wood, but that just gives it that dimension look. Now they do have this centered at the bottom. So I am going to put that right there. Okay. And there. Okay. Oh, Terry, that's awesome. So you guys, Terry said, I'm making my first paper pumpkin. I'm not looking at the instruction, just following your lead. Well, okay. I will do my very best not to lead you astray here. All right. Whoops. See, I almost did. We need maybe I should put the wood on first before I do that. Okay. There we go. Okay, well, in that case, I won't go too fast because I don't want to leave you behind. You just let me know if I'm going too fast. All right, there we go. And then this one goes here. And finally, this one. Okay. I love it when the cards have lots of pieces. I think it just really makes it look really cool. Makes it look really homemade too. Sometimes if it's too simple, you can't really tell that you did anything. Whoopsie, careful not to let your leaf bend. All right, we've got that. Now the last is the snail and the mushroom. So let me bring these back up here. And we're going to put the snail over the wood. So, whoops, come here. Okay, so the snail goes here. All right. And then the mushroom goes over here. Yeah, and kind of goes at an angle like mushrooms do. Oh, it actually kind of goes underneath that leaf too, if you want it to. It doesn't have to. Yeah. Ta-da! Okay, so there's your first little card, Sending Autumn Wishes. I think that's so cute. And if you've got some bling, maybe you've got some copper sequins or something, that would be really pretty on here. All right. Let's do this one. And the snail. Put that right there. Awesome. Ooh, the little covers to the dimensionals. How can you tell a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator? She's covered in dimensional confetti. Remember that for those of you who've been around for a while, when I first got my kittens, little Weston, he had a little dimensional backing on his back, and I call him my little stamping mascot. He just looks so cute. He was just a baby. Those little rascals are full grown now and getting into more trouble than you can imagine. I try to put pictures of them on Facebook and Instagram for you all and for my family. My family likes watching them too, because I don't have pictures of children, so I do cats. But anyways, my little rascals. Okay, there we go. Our first three. What time is it? Oh my goodness, 40 minutes. Let's speed up the job here. Okay, card number 2. All right. Card number 2. So we have, there we go. It's in the middle here. All right. Now, oh my. Okay. This is going to be fun. So first of all, we're going to do some stamping. So let me move all of the little pieces over here to the side. And I've got these cards here. Okay. And I've got my ink spot. I've got the Thinking of You and the sprig. Where's the sprig? Here it is. Okay. There we go. We've got all that. Put all this over here. First, let's stamp the sentiment onto the circles. So let me grab that. Let me grab my piercing pad too. Okay. There we go. And there's that. And like I said, we found that if you just kind of rub it with your finger, it helps the ink stay on there better and not bead up. Especially when there's a wide surface like this one, the U has thick lettering. Oh yeah. Woo, that is a stamp too deep again. I mean, look at all that ink. That's just ridiculous. Okay. Matter of fact, if I do second, ooh. Oh, I like second generation. You know what? I think that's what we're going to do. Okay. I'm switching things up a little on you. We're going to do second generation. So what I need here, and how you do this is you ink it up, then you stamp on scrap paper, then you stamp where you want it. Okay. So, whoops, of course I'm dropping my ink pad. So you stamp off and then you stamp where you want it. Awesome. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Oh, and also this is a glass mat, so that ink is not going to dry. So I need to wipe it up before I make a mess. Okay. So we're going to stamp off and then stamp on our circle. Awesome. And last but not least, how was y'all's ink spots? Were yours real juicy? Those of you who have done it before? Already done this kit? I'm curious to know if they have different saturations. I know it's a machine that does it, so they don't have much control. Okay, so we did that. Our next step, this is interesting. It tells us to ink up the branch, but then we are going to stamp it here and stamp it here. Okay, so here and here. All right. So let's get our card base out. Oh, and look, this has the copper foil on it also. Ooh, I like it. So pretty. All right. So ink up our branch. And it says we're going to stamp here. And okay. Where they stamped, they then covered up with the sentiment. So that's interesting. All right. Well, we're just going to do the best we can. Okay. There we go. Looks good. This one. Oh, Audrey's here from Australia also. I love it. I got all my Aussies with me. And this one. Now, the next thing, we are going to need a pair of snips. It tells us to cut a dimensional in half. Okay, that's interesting. So we will do that. Now, also when you're cutting adhesive with your scissors, some people like to have a separate pair of scissors for cutting adhesive because it can gum up your blades, but you can also get the adhesive off of your blades using alcohol and a cloth, or using this gum eraser. If you rub this on the blade, let me show you what I'm talking about here. So let's say you get sticky adhesive here, you can just do this and it will take the adhesive off also. So that's just a word because they're telling us we need to cut a dimensional in half. All right, let me show you what they're telling us. So right here, they say we're going to put dimensionals on these 2 leaves, and then we're going to cut this dimensional in half and put it on this little bitty leaf. Then 3 dimensionals on these leaves, and then just glue dots here. Okay, so let's get out all the leaves. Whoops. Okay, I need, you know what? There we go. I put it in my paper stand instead of trying to have it lean up against my camera. Kept falling. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have the really delicate ones and the bigger ones. So the blue and the wild wheat. And we need the dimensionals. There they are. And it tells us, so these 3 leaves right here are going to get half dimensionals. So I'm going to come over here and just cut and cut. Okay, because there's only 3. So that's, and this is another reason to need tweezers, okay? So I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to grab these halves, all right? Put it right there. Right there. And right there. Okay, and now just take regular size ones, one here and one here. One here and here. And here. All right, so that is the wild wheat. The blue gets 3 dimensionals also. So one, oh, come here. Like I said, they're very delicate. See, it's just a little teeny tiny piece that's holding that leaf on there. So be careful. And 3. Awesome. Okay, got that put together. Where do they go? They go. All right, I'm looking on this card and I'm not even seeing them. Hold on. All right, I see this blue one here. Oh, okay. They go over the sentiment. So I have to put the sentiment on first. So let's move all this to the side here and get my sentiments out. There we go. And I'm just going to put adhesive on the back real quick with the runner. And then bring the card back in. And it looks like, okay, first of all, let's make sure our sentiment is the right direction. Okay, it shows that it's kind of the circles going along the edge of this leaf right here. Okay, so like that. All right. Again. That. And then like that. All right, now we'll do the blues first. Get these back on here. And the blue one goes to the left of the sentiment. Okay, so like that. And the wild wheat goes to the right, and you're done. Okay. Sticky little booger. Come on. Just want to get underneath there. There we go. Awesome. Okay. That's cool. So pretty. Thinking of you. Like I said, that would be really pretty if you had some more copper bling, or if you had some, it'll come to me. Hold on. Linen thread back behind the circle. That would be really pretty. Or you could tie a linen thread bow on here. There's lots of things you can do to make this even fancier. Not that it needs to be any fancier. It's already pretty. Oh, you're welcome, Audrey. I love giving you guys tutorials. So tomorrow you'll get another one tomorrow. I've had fun making them. I want to start making lots of Christmas stuff, but I have so much Halloween and fall stamp sets that I haven't even opened yet. So I'm trying to get those made also. There's so many pretty things in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. I can never choose just one. Like Lay's potato chips. You can never have just one. No, come on. And last but not least. Oh, that was a lot faster. Then we got this one done in 10 minutes. So, yep. All right. Our last one has those big, pretty oak leaves. I'm looking forward to making this one. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So here we go. Got all of this right here. So this is our last card. And the first thing we need is the instructions. 1, 2, 3. There it is, down there at the bottom. All right, first we're going to stamp with thanks. And then once again, we're going to stamp the sprig on the card base. Oh, this is a landscape. I love it. I love it when they give us a different kind, a different direction though. So you can see where the sprigs are sticking out from behind these leaves, this leaf cluster, and then the sentiment going on top. So that looks simple enough. All right, so let me get the ink out again, and this time we need the with thanks. Okay, so those of you who purchase from me and I send you thank you cards, 3 of you will be getting these cards. Love it. All right, so first let me move these other pieces over here because I don't need them right now since I'm just stamping. Oh, but I do need my Pierce pad, so hold on. Those off my Pierce pad. Okay, so let's do the with thanks with, and I like this because you can turn that over if you need to. Once again, just use your finger and kind of rub on the stamp. It kind of helps the ink stick to it better. Perfect. Okay, and one more. Oops. It should be okay though, because it's, yeah. Sometimes when you get a big ink smudge, it's not going to get on your paper because it's down under the raised part of the stamp, but just be careful. All right, so we've got those. Now we need this, and it looks like we're going to, so I see this little dot here in the center of the tree rings, and it looks like that is where they started their branch. So this one here. All right, and they went pretty far down to where it's kind of touching the bottom of the card. So like that. Hopefully that's right. I don't know. I can't tell. You know, no, they went all the way to the edge here, I'm going to re-ink that because you're not even going to see that behind the cluster. So we're going to go all the way to the edge. There we go. And then the other one goes way up here. Okay. There we go, like that. Now, usually I use the ink spot, but I'm doing it this way now because it seems it's a little faster. I've used it enough, it doesn't stick as much. There we go. Yeah. And last but not least, awesome. Cool. Okay, so we've got that done. Next thing is the adhesive part. Let me see what it says. It says we're going to put glue dots, glue dots, glue dots, glue dots, dimensionals. Oh, dimensionals on. Okay, see, they have this copper. Let me zoom in so you can see this. This is where it's tricky. All right, so there's two leaves. There's a yellow leaf and a copper leaf. The yellow leaf gets glue dots. The copper leaf, and they show you that here, the copper leaf is getting the dimensionals. All right. Then the Cajun Craze strip gets dimensionals. The With Thanks gets dimensionals at the top, the very top edge. And then it has adhesive where it's going to stick to the Cajun Craze strip right there. All right. So lots of things to be thinking of when we're putting all this together. Here we go. Whoops, come on. Uh-oh, I must have done something. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, let's get all of the sticky things here. Whee! Actually, I'm going to hold that for a second and get rid of all these dimensional covers. Okay, leaf, leaf, leaf. Oh, now I need to know which is which. This is copper, copper, copper. All right, those are my three coppers. Okay, leaf, leaf. Oh gosh, lots of leaves. Okay, yellow, yellow. Now they look identical. Regular. All right. I am definitely using the tape runner on those oak leaves. There's a lot of them. It would take us forever with glue dots. Okay. All right. Remember, these are my copper ones here. These are my yellow ones here. These will need glue dots because right here, these are holes in the leaf, and you don't want your adhesive to show through those holes there. So you will want glue dots there. All right. Where are my tweezers? Here they are. I'm going to go ahead and do the glue dots. If I can find them. Oh, glue dots. Where did you go? There you are. Awesome. Have I missed any questions, you guys? If I have, re-ask the question. There's been a lot of comments, and I don't see any right now, but that doesn't mean that there's not. Okay, so one there. Yeah, each yellow one gets two. So, oh, come here. Come on. And last but not least, okay. So that's that. Now I'm going to do adhesive runner, tape runner on all these. So I'm just going to go, whoop. See how much faster that is? And it's okay because none of them need dimensionals. If you needed dimensionals, then that would be different because you'd need to see where they tuck under each other. Whoops. Sometimes this tape runner doesn't like to cooperate. But in this case, they're all laying flat. So they'll just go on top of each other. All right, let's get the dimensional parts done. So you need 2 dimensionals on the copper. And you just need to put them where they won't show through the the holes there. Okay. So there's like 2 spots, one right there and one right there. And even if you do see through, if it pokes through the hole, it's okay. I mean, remember, it's a handmade card. So, all right, there's all those. Now, these pieces, I want to make sure I get this correct. So when it's turned upside down, the slant is all going this way. So that's correct. And we just need 3 of these. 1, 2, and 3. Whoops, come here. 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, and 3. And now the with thanks sentiment. Now we need to pay attention for a sec. Okay, so when you have this on the card like this, the with thanks is going to go on like that. All right. So you only want dimensionals above the point of the dovetail. All right. So you only want dimensionals up here. If you put dimensionals too far to the bottom, you're going to have a problem with the double dimensional thing. Okay. So I need to make sure these are all laying correctly with the top up here, up at the top. So just making sure they're all laying correctly. There we go. And then take your dimensionals and put them above the, come here, above that point of the knot of the dovetail notch. All right. And like I said, you could put glue strip down here, but I found you really don't need to. It's not going to go anywhere with 3 dimensionals. And some people will just glue the 2 pieces together or tape the 2 pieces together and then just put dimensionals wherever. Now, that's probably a faster way, but I'm trying to show you how the directions are doing it. All right, so far so good. Whew. Okay, now you just have to look at the picture. They don't really tell you anything else. You've got a yellow and a red going down to the left, a yellow and a red going up to the right, and then a red one in the center. All right, I'm going to do those leaves first. All right, so let me pull out my card bases again. Got a lot of stuff going on here. Let me do some moving around. We're going to move our sentiments and our leaves over there, sentiment over there, the Cajun craze strips down there. All right, so this is a red and yellow, and it says it kind of goes out to the side like that. Okay, this one is a red one, just happened to get lucky, and that just goes right up the center. Okay, and then this, oh look, another one, and this one kind of goes next to it like that. So that's how it should look. Okay, so the red and yellow goes out kind of to the side here. You don't want it to go over the edge of the card or it won't go in the envelope. Okay. It's like, where's another red one? There's a red one. Okay. And that kind of goes up the center, being careful not to go above the fold line there. There we go. And then this one goes right next to it. All right. And last but not least, okay. Ooh, almost got too far up there. Okay, there we go. Matter of fact, I probably should bring that down. Yeah. Well, it's okay. It's right on the edge. So when you fold the card, it's right there. But it'll still go in the envelope. All righty. Here we go. Next thing. Yellow leaf. So that's these here. All right. So we've got to take the backing off of these. And they should just come off with your fingernail. Yeah. And they go right over the red leaf. So right like that. That's easy. Oh, question, Katie. Hello, Miss Katie. Okay. Are the oak leaves all the same? They are not. As you can see, 2 of them have yellow and red, and one of them has red. All right, so it doesn't matter. You could mix them up. You don't have to do it just the way the card is. You just want the 3 oak leaves on there, but they're the same size as far as that part goes. Good question. And I love that you put the question mark in red. That is so helpful. Okay, got those on. Next is the copper ones. All right, so the copper ones, and these just go right next to the yellow ones at an angle. So right like that. Cool. And last but not least, there we go. All right, so we've got those on. And now for this part. So you're going to put the copper strip across these leaves here. Okay, so you're going to kind of, yeah, it just kind of goes right over the leaves. So the leaves look like they're coming up from behind there. It doesn't look like there's anything coming out of the bottom. All right, so I'll just do that real fast. And it's kind of over to the side a bit. So your sentiment's more on the right side of the card. Oh, good, Katie. I'm glad I answered your question. There we go. And this one. These just, I can't get over how gorgeous these are. And like I said, there's people who are making the most beautiful alternatives to this card kit. So I would go to the trouble, but I just need the cards. So I just make the cards the way they are and let everybody else make the alternatives. Okay. So remember, these, you don't want these to touch that. So it's just, you're just going to line that up there. And it just goes on right like that. Oh, I do have a bump though. What do I have a bump? Oh, you know what? The copper leaf and the dimensional, it kind of doubled. So it's got a bump there. All right. I'll be more careful on this next one. Let's see if I can place the dimensionals better here. Okay. So there's a dimensional right there. Whoops. Let's make sure our thanks is on right. So we'll want it to go, whoops, you don't want to go off the edge of the card though. There we go. It still did a bump. What is going on here, peoples? Yep. All right. Well, that's something to think about when you're putting these together. If you haven't put yours together yet, see how it's the dimensionals are on top of each other, causing that to bump up like that. When it goes through the mail though, believe me, it'll flatten out. Oh, Susan, you're such a sweetie pie. Oh, my gosh. Hello, Melinda from West Virginia. I love it. I have a sister-in-law that lives in West Virginia. She lives in Moundsville. I don't know if that's anywhere near you. I've never been there myself, but anyways. Okay. And we are done. Awesome. Let me show you the other two. All right, so there was these, thinking of you, and these sweet ones, sending autumn wishes your way. And there is tonight's not fun folds, I'm sorry, paper pumpkin. Yay! I hope you all enjoyed crafting with me tonight. I will be back. Let's see, when will I be back? Friday. Fun Fold Friday, okay? The card challenge is still going on. The card challenge will be going on until the second week in October. It's always the second and the fourth week of the month. So card challenge, you've still got time to enter it. You can go to my Facebook page to find that. And you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Get lots of crafting done. And have a very happy October tomorrow morning. Okay. I love you guys. Y'all are the best. Bye-bye.